Hey there folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the S.H.Figuarts Shinken Red action figure set by Bandai. This set was first available in 2011 through retailers in Japan, and eventually saw a release in the US later in the year through Toys R Us, as sort of a test to see if they could sell higher-end imported action figures. Now, I'm not sure what the results of that test are, but they did have a buyer in me, and I did purchase it at Toys R Us and paid $35 for this set. Taking a look at Shinken Red here in the packaging, you can see the Sentai hero here, who is based off of the Samurai Sentai Shinkenja series in Japan, more known in the US as Power Rangers Samurai. Which is an adaptation of the Japanese show. And the figure does come with a lot of accessories, which is really nice, and which is pretty common for S.H.Figuarts figures. And the figure is packaged very well in this nice box, very nice looking. And you can see here Shinken Red in red behind some gold foil, which is nice. And you also have Shinken Red on the side with the full name or proper name of the Sentai hero, Takaru Shiba. Over here we have the side of the box. You have a nice, what I believe is the fire kanji in gold foil, so that's really cool. And here you have Samurai Sentai Shinkenja Shinken Red there. On the back of the box we have the figure in various poses that were common with Shinken Red, which is very nice. You can see it's a very articulated figure, so it's very cool. And I believe this is a description of Shinken Red. I'm not sure because I'm not familiar with the language there. And then you got more description here, and as well as down here. And pretty nice packaging. I really do like it. You got another description of Shinken Red there. Now we'll be right back and have Shinken Red out of the package. Okay, we're back and we have Shinken Red out of the box, and this is my first S.H.Figuarts figure set that I've ever opened. And if this represents the standard S.H.Figuarts figure set, I'm very impressed, because this is a very well-equipped, well-painted, well-designed, and well worth the money to get. And I look very much forward to getting more figures from the S.H.Figuarts line. But let's go ahead and take a look at first all of the accessories that come with the figure set, and it's quite a lot. We'll start out with the hands, and as you can see, there are quite a few pairs of hands. The figure set comes with 3 complete pairs of hands and 3 alternate right hands. The first set are closed fists that come with the figure, or at least attached to the figure there. And the other hands are here, basically I guess a calm, relaxed pair of hands. And then we have here grasping hands, or weapon wielding hands, or equipment wielding hands there. Very nice. And then you have 3 right hands. They're basically emotive hands. You have here with the index finger separated from the rest of the fingers there. And you have sort of a grasping hand there, similar to the other grasping hands, but just a little bit different, where the index finger is raised compared to the rest of the fingers. And then you have another separated index finger here, more of a bent finger pose. So you can get a lot of different emotive poses with all of these hands, so very neat. Next we'll take a look at the shodo. Basically it's the combination of a phone and a pen. You can have in either form, and in the pen mode, I guess they write the kanji characters of what they represent, and you can see some of the details on that here. Getting the focus there. You can see the tip of the pen here, and it's very neat. Now the other form of this is the phone mode, I guess, and you really only have one, and that's at his side here, and I don't know, I think it's glued into the belt. You can't remove it there, but it's in a nice pouch there. Would have been nice to have a separate phone for him to wield, but they didn't include that. Next thing you have are the origami. Basically, these are spirit familiars, and we have one here in I guess in a dormant mode. I think it's called the element mode here, and I think this is the kanji for fire. I'm not familiar if it is or not, but I'm guessing. And it's in its dormant mode here. It's pretty neat. Now the active mode or animal form is here, and this is a separate piece. And for Shinken Red, it's the I guess the lion on there, and you can see it's a very tiny piece. It's not articulated, but it's still kind of neat to include this on here. It's very cool, and you can see the part of the dormant mode here at the top of that case there. And like I said, it doesn't transform. It's just a single piece, but it's cool that they included both modes here. So very, very cool. Next thing we'll take a look at is the Shinken Maru here, basically the standard sword that comes with the figure set. It's the primary weapon of the Shinkenja here, and it's sheathed at the side right there. It's basically on a slide type mechanism. You can just slide it in and out there. You can see right there. Attached to the belt, and this actually rotates. It's not really a sheath, but more of a holder type of thing, and you can see it moves a little bit. But taking a look at some of the details there, whoops, it just came off right there. But you can see the Shinken Maru here. It's actually very cool, very well painted, and it's just really, really nice. Lots of detail on there, and very, very cool. And what just came off earlier were the spin discs on there. You can see right there. No detail on the back there. But you basically just slide that on the hilt there, and that'll hook it into place there. It doesn't spin though. It just because it's got a preformed shape where it doesn't allow spinning of the disc on there. But it does clip on there rather nicely. You can see it doesn't fall off until you actually push on it on there. And with the grasping hand, the figure can wield it effectively here. It's a bit of a tight fit, but you can see the hand here is wielding the Shinken Maru. Now taking a look at basically the elephant in the room is this big sucker here. And this is the Daizanto, I believe. I can't not pronounce that correctly. But it's just a huge form of the Shinken Maru here. And it's very, very cool. And you can see all the details. You can see the kanji character here. Very cool. Nicely painted. Nothing bleeding or anything like that. It's very well painted. You can see black, gold, red, white on there. Very, very nice on here. And you have the disc here, which actually does spin and is not removable though, but it's still kind of cool on there. And then you have the handle here. You even got some more detail. I think that's the Shiba clan symbol. I could be wrong on there, but it's still pretty neat. They have that on there. And then you get the metal like blade. It's not actual metal, just painted metal like. Very cool. And you have a grip handle here, which doesn't fold out. It's just part of the sculpt. That's one thing I wish that actually flipped out, that you can actually grasp that handle there. Would have been nice on there. But the grasping hand does wield it as well, so you just have to really get a good placement of their hand there. You can see it holds it fairly well. But very cool, very nice piece to have. And they're really big, and you can see it's as tall, if not taller, than Shinken Red there. So very, very cool. Now taking a look at Shinken Red here, and from what I understand, this may be the standard S.H. Figuarts body mold here, and it's a very nice body mold. I really like it. It's both elegant and simple at the same time. Simple in form. You can see there's nothing really outstanding or flashy on the sculpt. You can see it basically represents the suits that are used on the shows, and just very form-fitting on there, and it's very, very nice, and it's very well painted and well constructed. I really like and impressed with this figure line. And starting with the head sculpt, you can see the iconic head for Shinken Red there, and you can see I guess the kanji character again to represent fire, I believe. And what's neat about this helmet is that the majority of this figure, actually the entire figure minus the head, is made of a flatter colored plastic. Really not glossy at all, although the lights do reflect on it a little bit, but it's still relatively flat matte color, but except for the helmet, and it's made of a glossy type material, plastic material, and that's really cool, because on the show they are very glossy compared to the suits that they wear. So that's really, really nice. And you can see all the details on the helmet, plain and elegant at the same time. You can see it's pretty much plain at the back, it's smooth, and they even went to the details of painting these on the sides of the helmet on there. Very cool. And then you have the very well painted character on the kanji character on the front. And there you can see how well the paint lines are on this figure. Very well done, very nice. Moving down to the rest of the figure at the torso, you got the clan symbol there again. A simple stripe there going around the body there. It's very cool, around the neck and the back. Very nice. And you got the gloves here, simple white and black there. Very cool. And then you also have the belt here, which is movable a little bit. Yeah, you can see you can move it a little bit, but it's not entirely loose. It doesn't move freely on there. And you can see the Shoto phone there, and the belt buckle on here where they get their discs from. It does not open or anything like that, but I didn't expect to have that open on there. But still a nicely sculpted. You can see some paint detail around the buckle there. And of course the sheath or sword clip or whatever you want to call that. Very well done on there. Moving down, you have the leggings here, very form-fitting and nice and tight. And then the boots here. And what's cool about these boots, they sculpted the boots to simulate like a leather-like, I guess, appearance. If I can get it into focus there we go. You can see some slight folds near the ankle area. You can tell that it's I guess in the form of leather-like material. Very cool. And you can see some more of that over here on the back of the boot. Very nice. Excuse me. Now when it comes to scale, the S.H. Figuarts line, a lot of the Japanese imported figures have a certain scale, and they don't compare to the Western figures. I would say the standard Western figure is about 6 inches in scale, and this is more in the 5 to 5.5 inch scale. So they're slightly shorter than most Western figures such as Marvel Legends and DC Universe Classics. But I do have a figure set that compares relatively well, and that's my Zevos figure. I have a Zevos figure here, so it's slightly shorter than the S.H. Figuarts figure, but pretty much compatible, and I think that's actually kind of cool. And I believe these figures are slightly taller than the McFarlane toys, which is a slightly smaller scale on there. So for size, it's really its own scale. And but for me, I can mix my Zevos figures with Shinken Red here. Now, going over the articulation, this is another impressive thing I found out with these S.H.Figuarts figures, is the articulation. Very well done. There's two joints at the neck, at the base of the neck and at the top of the neck where the head is joined. Allows the head to go all the way around, as well as downward movement and upward movement. The head itself doesn't move up or down too much, but with the combination of the base of the neck, it still get a nice range of motion, and you can even do very side to side, just a variety of head poses. So that's really nice. One thing I wish they designed the neck was just a little bit shorter, maybe a millimeter or two shorter. I think it looks a little tiny bit long compared to the rest of the figure, but it's not too bad, especially when you have the head slightly downward, and then it actually compensates a little bit. But nice range of movement on the head. I really like that. The arms go all the way around at the shoulder, and it's a very interesting design on this. The shoulder also allows forward and backward movement on there, and does provide quite a range of motion. You can see on the shoulder area, and there is a swivel also at the top of the bicep shoulder area. You can swing that arm around, but it doesn't look like it can go all the way around. Yeah, you can. You need to manipulate the hinge joint, and you can see it's a separate hinge joint under the arm there. Very cool. Now, the arms do have double joints at the elbow, which I don't think is really necessary. I think the single joint here at the top or bottom of the elbow actually does most of the articulation. You can see without even moving the top elbow joint, you still get quite a range of motion there. So it's actually kind of neat that they still designed two joints for the elbow to get even more posability on there. The hands are on a balled hinge joint, so when you can rotate the hands all the way around, and depending on where the hinge joint is located, it's kind of hard to locate on here. You have to really look closely, but you can also bend the hand either side to side or in and out on there. So very, very nice. There are two joints for the upper and lower torso. The upper joint does move up and down a little bit, and does turn all the way around, or at least I think is all the way around. Yeah, it does go all the way around, even side to side a little bit, not that much. But for the lower torso area, there's even additional range of movement. You can bend the torso downwards and back, as well as all the way around. So with the upper and lower torso joint, you can get a wide variety of poses on there. Very, very nice on there. Now, the legs are joined at the hip with a combination of articulation points. You have this hinged, sort of a hinged joint that pulls the leg downwards, and that's for the outward movement for the leg. So that's actually kind of neat. And you can get the leg forward, back, and like I said, out the side, and very nice. And there's also a swivel at the thigh, top of the thigh, allows the leg to go pretty much all the way around. So very nice. There are double joints at the knees on there. You can bend that quite a ways back, so that's kind of neat. And the feet are on a ball joint, so you can actually rotate the feet all the way around, as well as bend it downwards and upwards, and side to side ankle pivot there, as well as toe articulation here. This one's a little stiff, but you can bend the toe upwards there. Very nice, very nice, well designed figure, and I'm kind of surprised I did not jump onto these a lot sooner, but I finally have, and I'm very happy. I really like these S.H.Figuarts figures. They're very, very nicely designed, and just well worth the money. They are pricier than the Western action figures, but just really worth the money to get, and just really nice, especially if you're into the tokusatsu I guess genre, and it's just really cool. This is my casual peek into the Shinken Red action figure, this S.H.Figuarts Shinken Red action figure by Bandai. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.